Friends, hello everyone. I haven't made a video in a while, I really missed you. Today, in the first part of the video, I will share my thoughts on digital gold, which is breaking new ceilings as they say, where to next. Then, in the second part of the video, we will touch on the most hyped topic of this bull run. This of course is about meme coins, on which we have already managed to earn. And as they say, there is more to come. Next, let's remember the altcoins, which are currently hard to look at without tears. The video will be, as always, interesting, positive, and useful. Right now, a big, healthy, enormous like in advance, and we will get started. So, friends, finally, the elections in the US have taken place for all of us crypto enthusiasts, where Donald Trump won. Pumped. It was precisely pumped that we saw in the market after the victory of this candidate. As they say, my bull run checklist 4 out of 4 worked, which I mentioned in one of my videos. First is the acceptance of Bitcoin ETF, then Ethereum ETF, the beginning of interest rate cuts, and Donald Trump as president in the US, as they say, a man in the government. Now, nothing will stop the bull run except for a rocket, and in this case, not a cryptocurrency one. But in that case, we simply won't need crypto. Jokes aside, now let's talk about serious matters. So, what did Donald Trump promise us during his election campaign in one of his speeches? First, to create a strategic national reserve of bitcoins. After Trump's victory, Senator Cynthia Lummis already stated that the US government intends to buy 200,000 bitcoins annually. Well, over a distance of 5 years, that's the purchase of 1 million bitcoins. Just think about those numbers. Second, on the very first day he takes office, after the inauguration, he will fire Gary Gensler, the head of the SEC, who is already, as they say, in everyone's throats, especially for the company Ripple XRP. I think this will certainly have a positive effect on the value of this coin, and generally on the value of many altcoins. Next, third, it was stated that the US government will not sell its bitcoins. Well, if someone does that, I think they will immediately get a failing grade. Furthermore, Bitcoin will reach a new level, and cryptocurrencies as a whole, and we are already basically observing that Bitcoin has hit its highs, while other cryptocurrencies, hello, let's wake up. Furthermore, he suggested that at some point in time, Bitcoin could surpass gold in market capitalization, and that's already a move for $1 million per BTC. And lastly, not to create a digital dollar, that is a CBDC, and to make America the global crypto capital and Bitcoin a superpower. I've talked quite a bit, now I'll have to deliver. Based on these points I mentioned, one can assume that following the US, other countries will start adding Bitcoin to their strategic reserves, and of course, large companies as well. And there are already rumors that Microsoft is holding a vote among its shareholders to add Bitcoin to its strategic reserves. In general, Microsoft is great. Let's have other companies follow their example. We need Bitcoin at 100K and above. To summarize, if we go back to 2017 when I started my YouTube channel on crypto, I remember Bitcoin was worth hundreds of dollars. And at that time, everyone was shouting that it was a scam, and governments of various countries said that those who invest in Bitcoin are just some kind of degenerates. And look at what is happening now. The world has just gone crazy. Bitcoin is everything to us, and it really is a global pyramid. In fact, there is no need to catch FOMO, because there are still opportunities in the market where we can earn super profits, even if you are new to crypto. And in my opinion, at this point in time, we need to shift the focus away from Bitcoin, where the main profit has already, well, at least in this bull run, most likely been earned. Specifically towards meme coins and altcoins, this is what we will discuss with you in the second part of the video. So, let's start with the most hyped topic of this bull run, which is of course meme coins, which have already delighted us. For example, Floki, 30x PEP, and over 20x Ladies, 10x, and as they say, there may be more meme coins to come. Don't let us down. Indeed, we are currently witnessing a real meme season. While the alt season is taking a break somewhere, smoking in a nervous corner, meme coins are in control. I know that some people in the community still deny meme coins, saying it's some kind of scam, some nonsense, and so on. Naturally, any opinion, as they say, has its place. but in my view, denying meme coins today is the same as denying some altcoins from the last bull run, such as Solana, BNB, and Sunbox, which made tens and hundreds of X's. So undoubtedly memes are the trend now, and one needs to be part of this trend. You shouldn't, as they say, rush headlong to sell your entire altcoin portfolio and pour it into memes, but you should definitely keep some hyped meme coins in your portfolio that haven't made any crazy X's yet. And now let's figure out why meme coins are in control during this bull run. The thing is, if you look at the altcoins that have recently emerged, they have excessively inflated market capitalizations. Some are in the hundreds of millions, some in the billions of dollars. And accordingly, by the time this project is launched, funds already have hundreds of X's. And in turn, people just buy these high-tech, real, legitimate projects like hamsters simply at the highs. And then we see a correction of 50–70%. in some fundamental projects. In the case of meme coins, yes, there is undoubtedly a chance for luck when a meme coin transitions from being a shitcoin to a meme coin. Those who manage to buy it can potentially make dozens or even hundreds of X's. Even if you didn't buy the meme coin when it was a shitcoin, you have the chance to get it on exchanges, as we did with Pepo, meaning we didn't take it at the very beginning and earn those 20x. Or we also took Floki, which corrected by 90% plus, and now we see it at the moment, I believe 20x plus. At its peak, it was 30x. In principle, one can buy good fundamental meme coins, liquid ones that are traded on exchanges, and accordingly hope. Not to mention that one can try to find some shitcoins at an early stage, which have just launched with a capitalization of a few million, and some of them may eventually become meme coins. This is exactly what we are currently doing within the framework of a private channel. We are looking for such potential gems, adhering to risk management and certain rules for a 2x fixed deposit body. Therefore, my recommendation is not to ignore the meme coin trend, but to move along with this trend. And today I have prepared several meme stocks for you that can be added to your portfolio. So, the first meme stock is called Bellscoin. I previously mentioned it in the private channel, and it made about 2.5x, but I continue to buy this meme. The thing is, it has a very interesting and hype-worthy story, as it is the very first meme coin that was created 8 days before Dogecoin by the same creator. In turn, when Dogecoin was created, everyone shifted their attention to it because it had a more hype-driven image, a dog in general, and we know what happened with Dogecoin, it went to the moon. In the case of Bellscoin, I hadn't heard of it before, but now information about it is emerging. I originally bought it on some really low-tier exchange called Coinex. I now see that they have been listed on Max, so there is some development happening. There is information that the largest mining pool VABTC has also added support for mining Bellscoin. In general, I recommend adding it to your portfolio. The second meme asset is called Elon. I mentioned it earlier, and recently it has grown by about 80%, and I think this is just the beginning. And in general, during this bull run, I believe it is simply essential to hold a meme coin with such a ticker, because Elon Musk is either the left or right hand of Donald Trump. And in general, if you look at the Elon chart now, there is room for growth because the collection from the last bull run is up by 90%. In general, make sure to add it to your portfolio. And the third meme asset for today, I would even say it's not really a meme asset, but rather a shitcoin. It's called Dogo. It is traded on MEX and also on DEX. In turn, it has a market capitalization of about $3 to $5 million, generally fluctuating within this range. But it has quite an interesting story. The thing is, the founders of this shitcoin paid the founder of Dogecoin, or one of the founders, to create a rather interesting story. So, according to legend, in 2015, the founder of Dogecoin sold his coins to buy a car, I think for $10,000, called Honda Civic. So, the founders of Doga sent a promotional post or information about Doga to this coin's founder, and he sold it, again stating that he bought himself a new car. And now this whole story is being promoted. In general, it's an informational reason that back then there was a story that he sold Dogecoin, and after that, Dogecoin made some crazy gains, and supposedly such a story could repeat with Doga. Well, I remind you that the entire meme coin market is based on such stories and on fans who believe in them. In general, I added to my portfolio. I also prepared information for you on several shitcoins that I hold in my portfolio. Since this information may change by the time the video is released, I won't voice them. I'll just add them to my DeFi Mem Shitki channel. Subscribe to it, the link will be in the description. And there, accordingly, don't forget that in tokens we can have both X's and scams. In case you see X2 on some token, be sure to withdraw your deposit, and then you can play with the free coins. Let's move on to the altcoins, which are simply impossible to look at without tears. Bitcoin is hitting new highs, breaking ceilings, and in general racing towards the moon. Meme coins are delighting us with dozens of X's, while altcoins, on the other hand, are hitting their historical lows. So, does this mean that one should just rush to the exchange, sell all their altcoins, and start buying Bitcoin or meme coins out of FOMO? In my opinion, no. I believe the time for altcoins will come, and I think now is the time to buy those altcoins that have dropped by 90% or more. Recently, I personally bought a few of them. These are DOT, Atom, and EOS. These are old projects, old blockchains that have dropped by over 90%, and from which I expect movement of at least X10 plus, but possibly even surpassing their all-time highs. Next, we were pleased with SUI, which is one of the few altcoins that has shown something during this bull run and has allowed its investors to make a profit. Let me remind you, we bought SUI at 40 cents and we have already made more than 8x on it. I personally transferred part of the SUI profit into a similar project, Aptos. Perhaps we will also see some interesting movement with it. To summarize, no blogger or community knows the future 100% and cannot say what will happen tomorrow, so to speak, with the market, and which meme coins and altcoins will start to rise or fall. We can only speculate with you. And my position in this bull run is to be in the trending direction with meme coins, in which we have already made good profits, plus I continue to strengthen my positions in those meme coins that have not yet grown and have not given any crazy returns, but I am also invested in altcoins that have dropped by 90% with a profit, because I believe their time will also come. And again, one of the possible theories and scenarios is that the same manipulator, or the group of people who manipulate the market, also use tools like meme coins to shift the focus away from some good fundamental projects that have huge drawdowns to fan coins, so that people now rush to buy various memes out of FOMO. But in turn, they continue to buy altcoins simply at the bottom, because many people have really despaired of waiting for this growth. They catch FOMO by looking at Bitcoin and meme coins, and in turn, as they say, their hand trembles to sell and jump into something trendy. In my opinion, this is a mistake. Just be patient, as they say, HODL will win. We have already waited for that very bull run. We see it now in Bitcoin, we see it now in meme coins. I think the turn will also come for altcoins. This is what I actually wish for each of us. Let's move on to the third part of the video, namely the icing on the cake. About 6 months ago, I decided to launch my private channel. How long can one be without a private channel? I remind you, I started my YouTube channel in the cryptocurrency direction in 2017, and before that, I had never had any private channels. In general, I decided to do this in the spring, and during this time, we really built a good base, a kind of foundation, and I truly like what we have achieved now. So, the first direction is spot trading. There are even more recommendations there. I share my thoughts. In general, I'm always in touch. Well, now regarding spot positions, we see a clear good profit. Let's hope this is just the beginning. Next, crypto activities, that very hype topic. That stirred up last year, the year before. In general, everyone became dropshippers, engaging in crypto activities, but this trend has indeed somewhat fallen apart, thanks to such dog projects like LF0, which gave out pennies, or the recent one Scroll, which is just a huge loss. In fact, we haven't even come close to recouping the money and time invested in it, and for some, the enthusiasm for all these drops has actually faded, but we continue to conduct various testnets. During this time, we have completed dozens of projects. And by the way, one of the projects recently launched is called Mantra. No investments, $300 from each account. Quite good. But right now, we are primarily focusing on more complex crypto activities called nodes. We are setting up test nodes, and during this time I asked our expert how many of these nodes we have already set up. Specifically, 26. Carl, 26 nodes. This is actually a large number. If you look at the numbers that the projects distributed in the last uranium, they are very interesting. You will see them in front of you now. This is information from our website Crypto Kings. So the focus is specifically on them because these are more complex activities and very few people understand all of this. In our case, we have a person who creates step-by-step guides with each video averaging from 10 to 30 minutes. And in turn, you can simply follow the steps to install a node on the server. And of course, we have basic training on where to start and how to do all of this. Now, regarding expenses, renting a server for 1 month costs about $10. On one server, you can install an average of 2-3 Apollo nodes. Overall, the investments are quite small. There is indeed an investment of your personal time, but in potential, it can certainly pay off. Again, nodes or any other crypto activities are not a guarantee that you will receive something. But we have experience from past projects, and accordingly, we carry out these activities and we'll see what we achieve in the long run. I will keep you updated. The next area is futures trading. I personally do not trade futures. I simply do not have the time or desire for it. I have 2 traders on my team who provide their recommendations. We have positive statistics, and this is not a story about some X's or some gambling like, hey guys, let's rush into some coin with a leverage of X50. Exclusively everything is with stop losses. We only risk 1% in a trade, and accordingly, over time, we achieve certain result on the trading deposit. In the past month, when there was a flat market, we achieved about 10% profit on trading deposits. In my opinion, that's not bad. This month, I expect it to be more because in a green market, as they say, any futures trading becomes more profitable. And the last direction that we recently added to the private channel is called meme coin hunting. The fact is that any meme coins go through a stage when they were shit coins. This is precisely the period when their capitalization is in the hundreds of thousands or a few million. And if you buy the right shitcoin, you can potentially catch a Pepe or Nera and make those hundreds of X's and life-changing money. Of course, it is necessary to adhere to risk management and understand the risks, because some of these shitcoins will scam. But our task is precisely to find more of those shitcoins that will give us the opportunity to earn. Therefore, we have some written rules based on which we secure the deposit amount to risk no more, and then we play with free coins. But if you look at my channel, I am currently often reposting some results from the private channel, and many shitcoins have been making good profits lately. In this direction, we will continue to develop. I am currently recruiting experts in this field, so if you have expertise here, message me privately, and we will test you. At the moment, there are already 2 people in the team who provide their recommendations, plus I personally analyze various shitcoins. In general, let's hope that over time we will catch future PPs, Nero, Floki, and so on. In addition to the mentioned areas, we have training from scratch within the private channel, starting with what Bitcoin is, what cryptocurrency is, how to use exchanges, various wallets, cold wallets, how to ensure your online security, analyze projects, and so on. In general, a lot of useful information has been gathered. And of course, a friendly community that is always ready to answer your questions and feedback from me. And all of this costs a whole $100 a month. So for those interested in joining the private community of Crypto Kings, as they say, welcome. The link will be in the description. So friends, let's have some feedback in the comments. How did you like this video, and was it helpful to you? Write what you think about meme coins and altcoins. Which sector are you betting on in this bull run? I would love to read your opinion. If you liked the video, if it was helpful to you, give it a big like, subscribe, and hit the bell. In the description, there are links to my useful Telegram channels. You definitely need to be there. Thank you all so much for watching. Love you, hugs, take care, goodbye.